ready to go?
Yeah.
Tony, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
I don't have any. Okay. All right, call the special meeting of the New York State Cemetery Board to order. We have a one agenda meeting, and our council will introduce the issue. And
You should introduce yourselves.
oh yes, I will introduce ourselves. I'm Mark Patterson, designated for Secretary Rosano Rosado.
Paul Ambrose, representing Commissioner Howard Zucker of the Department of Health.
Jill Faber, representing Barbara Underwood, Attorney General.
Great, thank you very much.
Louis Polishuk, Division Director.
Tony Melillo, Casual Counsel to the Cemetery Board.
It's emeritus, Steve. Honorable. Honorable Council, please proceed.
Sure. That was good. The sole item on the agenda and the purpose for the special meeting is an application, a certificate of amendment of certificate of incorporation of the Greenwood Cemetery. The NPCL requires that the cemetery board approve and consent to the filing of a certificate of incorporation of one of our cemeteries, and this would be part of that. A little more background. Greenwood Cemetery was formed in the 1800s by special act. The special act was amended from time to time. And so they've never been one of those corporations that's on file here at Department of State. They preceded us and were formed through the special act. So they were able to obtain an act of the legislature. I've presented Assembly Bill 8148B, which sets forth the text of what was enacted into law, and the act of legislature. I'll read it. It's very short. Notwithstanding any other provision of law to the contrary, the Department of State is hereby authorized to accept for filing from the Greenwood Cemetery, located in Brooklyn, an application for a certificate of amendment of certificate of incorporation pursuant to Section 803 of the Not-for-Profit Corporation Law within 1 year of the effective date of this act. Notwithstanding any other provision of law to the contrary, the Greenwood Cemetery is and shall have been considered a corporation within the meaning of subparagraph 5 of paragraph A of Section 102 of the Not-for-Profit Corporation Law. This act shall take effect immediately. It was signed and took effect on September 12 of last year, which is why we've done this by special meeting rather than waiting for our board meeting on September 18, which will, by doing this now, we're giving Greenwood the opportunity to file this within the 1 year period that they had under the special legislation. So you have a proposed certificate of amendment of certificate of incorporation from the Greenwood Cemetery. It updates some information. It updates the name to the form that the cemetery has been using with a dash between green and wood. It updates the stated purpose, even though Greenwood has been operating under the purposes of a cemetery. It updates the stated purpose to what is contained in the definition of a purpose of a cemetery. And it makes other changes and just gets it up to where it should be at this point in its existence. So if there are any questions, I think Mr. Fleming is here. If you have questions relating to Greenwood, if you have legal questions, I hope I can answer them.
I have no questions.
I have no questions.
Okay.
Rick?
If you don't mind.
Yes,
So,
Rick?
one, if I may, Mr. Chairman. David Fleming from Featherston, our firm representing Greenwood Cemetery. I just want to be clear that Mr. Malone gave a great outline, also to thank the board for having this special meeting so that we can move forward within the statutory time frame. I just want to make sure that the version that's before the board is the one that was signed by the president.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Just so we're following the correct thing.
Signed and initialed on the 2
Yeah,
pages.
I just want to make sure we're
Yes.
the one that, if you approve it,
There have been many versions.
yes.
Right. Yeah, we worked diligently, myself, Gary Tretchell was counsel to Division of Corporations at Department of State with the Cemeteries Council on, the technical issues of what should be in the certificate of amendment and how it should be stated. So we're at this late date, not because we've neglected it, but because we've been working hard to make sure that everything is stated appropriately in an acceptable form so that there are no issues once it's actually filed.
To us and to the Division of Licensing.
Right, and actually to the Office of Attorney General. I believe the Office of Attorney General has already given its approval.
The Office of the Attorney General will, following our determination here, will stamp their approval
Okay.
on the amended certificate of incorporation.
Okay. No other questions? All right, and I don't think there's anybody here to speak to this another way. Anything else, Dave, that you want to add to that?
No, again, just want to reiterate my appreciation to the board and to Mr. Malolo and all the council who worked on this. and
Gary
moved it along, so it's really appreciated.
Great.
So if I may propose the
Great.
language of the motion?
Yes.
Motion should be that to approve the certificate of amendment entitled Certificate of Amendment of Certificate of Incorporation of the St. Greenwood Cemetery pursuant to Section 404E of the Not-for-Profit Corporation Law in the New York State Cemetery Board, and to approve and consent to the filing of said certificate of amendment. Someone wants to make that
I'll
motion?
make that motion. Is there a second?
Second?
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
And there is a certificate for all of you to sign, or approval of certificate for all of you to sign.
There's no other business on the agenda, so we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all.